Hello and welcome to another lesson. Today's lesson, an elementary review of the English tense aspect system, commonly known as the 12 English tenses. I am your author and speaker, Alexis Clark. Let's begin with a quick review on subject verb agreement, verb forms, and a little morphology. Okay, beginning with subject verb agreement. The complete lesson is available on the AC Visions YouTube channel. We're just going to do a quick refresher on the importance of subject agreeing with verb in a sentence. The subject is the noun, pronoun, or noun phrase. It is the who or what we're talking about in a sentence. A verb is an action word or a state of being. It describes the subject, what it's doing, or the state of being of the subject. The subject and the verb must agree in a sentence. They have to agree on 3 points. The subject and the verb must agree in person, number, and tense. The person refers to the point of view of the reader. Number refers to singular or plural. Tense is when the action is happening, or by extension, how the action is happening over time. We're talking past, present, or future. The subject and the verb must agree in person, number, and tense. Now, a predicate includes the verb plus additional information about the subject. Now, a quick review on verb and verb forms. Again, a verb is an action word, an occurrence, or a state of being. A state of being or to be verbs link, keyword link, the subject and additional information about the subject, not to be confused with a predicate. To be verbs link, they tell the state of being of the subject and connects the subject with additional information about the subject. Linking verbs are also called copular verbs. Some examples of copular verbs in the present tense: am, as in I am; are, as in you are; is, as in he is, she is, it is. And infinitive is the word to followed by the base form of a verb. For example, to walk, to talk, to love. These are all examples of infinitive verbs. It's simply the word to followed by the base form of the verb. To conjugate means to change the base form of a verb to agree with the subject in person, number, and tense. Remember, for the subject and the verb to agree in a sentence, they must agree in person, number, and tense. When we change the base form of a verb, we conjugate the word. We change the form so that it can agree in person, number, and tense. The key to conjugating regular English verbs is affixes. Some irregular verbs cannot be modified or change forms simply by adding a prefix or a suffix. That's why they are irregular verbs. They do not follow the same regular rules to conjugating. In this lesson, we're going to use regular verbs, and a few regular verbs include, words like walk, talk, love. Those are all examples of regular verbs we're going to be conjugating in this lesson. Okay. Affixes are morphemes. They are morphemes that attach to the verb before or after to modify the base word, to change. It doesn't change the meaning, they just simply modify. Okay. Now, there are two examples of affixes. There are derivational and inflectional. A derivational affix does change the meaning, or a derivational affix can create a new word from the base form of a word. An inflectional affix modifies the word. It does not change the meaning. It just simply modifies. And that's what we're going to be using in this lesson. We're going to be using inflectional affixes to modify our verbs to agree in person, number, and tense. That's the goal. Now, a present participle. A present participle is simply the base form of a verb plus an ing suffix. Example, here we have the base form of the infinitive to walk, walk. We're going to add the ing suffix, and we have now changed the form of this base verb into the present participle walking. Okay, walking, which of course is the modified form of our base verb. Similar to the present participle, we have past participle. A past participle is the base form of a regular verb plus an ed suffix. Example, the base form of the infinitive to walk, walk, plus an ed suffix, walked. Okay, we have modified the base form of the verb into the past participle, walked. All right, that's our review. Let's get into the English tense aspect system. The first part of the tense aspect system is tense. Tense is when an action takes place, when the action occurs. Okay, there are three main tenses: past, present, future. Okay. The second part of the English tense aspect system, aspect. Aspect is how an action takes place over time. There are four: simple, continuous, also known as progressive, perfect, and perfect continuous, also called perfect progressive. All right. There are 12 tense aspect combinations. The simple aspect, okay, in this column, the simple aspect combinations are read by stating the aspect first. This is the aspect, okay, simple aspect. When you read these combinations, you're going to read the aspect first, followed by the tense. Here's our first: simple past. Next, simple present. Okay. Our third in this column, simple future. Okay. That is the simple aspect. The remaining combinations are read with the tense first, then the aspect. The first, past continuous, also called past progressive. Present continuous, also called present progressive. Future continuous, also called future progressive. past perfect, present perfect, future perfect, and our last column, past perfect continuous, also called past perfect progressive. This column is going to be a mouthful when we get there, but hang on tight. Present perfect continuous, also called present perfect progressive. And lastly, future perfect continuous, also called future perfect progressive. This is going to be so much fun. Here we have the big picture map of the 12 English tense aspect system and their combinations. Let's dive in and learn more about each combination, beginning with the first, simple past.